to the watch. Nathan, have you heard of a character, a franchise called Red Sonja?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know a bit about it?
You've told me a bit about it, yeah.
One or two things stand out?
One or two, maybe three things.
Three things stand out about the franchise. Yeah. You would almost say that those things kind of are one of the key selling points.
It's a cornerstone of the franchise.
Cornerstone.
If you remove that, everything else tumbles and falls.
Maybe the flotation device that keep it afloat and above the water so people to notice, you could say. Yeah. So Red Sonja has been a interesting franchise. There's a book series related to Conan. There's a movie.
I have not seen the movie.
You don't want to.
Okay.
You don't want to. It's one of the worst movies ever made. Arnie does appear in it, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he appears in it. Not as Conan.
Oh.
But which is weird. But all right, so where Red Sonja really seems to have gotten popularity, I think people do enjoy the books, and there's like different kind of arcs of the books following different continuities. Then there are the comic books, and the comic books, they're visual.
Yes,
visual. And part of the enjoyment, people... I was going to say male readers, but there's a caveat to that, right? Because it's becoming more and more said, where a lot of, female gamers are happy to just say, it's like, no, I like playing pretty women too. I had this fun experience, right? I was playing, it's kind of related, Conan Exiles. One of my favourite games, Conan Exiles, but I've kind of played it out. When you go over, 6,000 game hours. That was when I, like, at night, relaxing, listen to podcasts, collecting resources. I could tick up the thing. But okay, so as mate is on FNT, started playing Conan Exiles. I was like, dude, that's my jam. I jumped on, played with him, and a whole heap of other girls actually joined us. X-Ray Girl joined us, and Nina Infinity, she was there. That was a heap of fun. And I can't believe I forgot everyone up there. So, whole group of girls. There's like 4 of them all up. Okay, and with Conan Exile, especially with some mods, you have fashion options. Yes, and you can sculpt your character in certain ways. Do you want to guess, out of the guys or girls, who made the skimpiest, most well-endowed characters on that server?
Probably the girls, yeah?
It was the girls by a long measure. I can understand enjoying some visual candy now and then, right? But even then, it seems like
there's a line.
It might be a little far, right? They had no shame. We're talking about vast tracts of land, right? Barbarian thongs all around, and it was the girls, and I was just like, what is going on? Guys get criticised for making these characters. They were making ones that were 10 times worse, right, than the guys on the server. Carolyn, she was also with us. It was a heap of fun, right? But I just found it hilarious. And girls love making either characters or avatars, right? Or playing characters, making avatars that are beautiful. Yeah. When I make a guy character, depending on his background and everything like that, sometimes I have guys that are like the whip, fast kind of lithe assassin guys. Then I have like the huge muscle-bound hulks, right? They're fun. They're fun. And so people in Escape Fantasy love good-looking stuff. And so by my experience, it's not just guys that like Red Sonja, but the Red Sonja character has been criticised for being sexist. It's all there for the male gaze. It's objectifying of women and stuff. And with Red Sonja, I could, it's hard to deny that there's probably that aspect to it, but it's not just guys doing it, and it's a fictional character, right? If they want to make a character like that, they're absolutely within their rights. I find it really interesting. Characters like Red Sonja, there are multiple examples like this. There are characters like this that are made by women. And the ones that are made by women never get criticised. What was that witch lady with the guns on the feet? Bayonetta, made by a woman. I was
also Japanese though, so they got a bit of got leeway with those things.
I didn't see, but maybe there was the exceptional example here and there, but I didn't see anyone attacking it for being so hypersexualized. her clothes are made out of her hair.
Yeah.
And the more more she uses her power to use her hair, the more naked she becomes.
Yep. Japan. I mean, what can I say?
Made by a woman.
So it's okay.
But it's the guys that are the issue.
Yes.
They're making all the objectified female characters.
Metroid, Samus, and Princess Peach. Oof.
Oh gosh, shocking, right? So if people want to make characters like that, not only are they within their rights to do it, right? Red Sonja, that's one of the core aspects of this franchise is that she is a very voluptuous, sexy, scantily clad woman.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the barbarian
world.
Yeah.
That's it. So, when adapting this into a film, would you think that that should be one of the parts of the franchise that they
adapt?
Yeah. Well, there is a live action adaptation in the works, and coming from Fandom Pulse, this is the article website John Del Rosa either runs or is a part of, but good stuff, right? Actress Matilda Lutz claims Red Sonja movie will avoid the male gaze. For Red Sonja! Like, really? Like, you had one job, and even though I can get them when they try and do it maybe with other franchises, they still, get the blowback, like with Captain Marvel. She used to be pretty sexy in the comics, and they made her look very manly and stuff, right? But the franchise, one of the main things of the character isn't that.
Yes.
With Red Sonja, it is. It's like, do you understand anything? They do, but it's because there's like male, and it's not just male gaze bad. Holy crap! Do you see like cosplayers Red Sonja? They do not avoid the male gaze, and they like women like this design as well. Apparently,
well, if they can show it off, they will.
Tell you what, like if I was jacked, right? I'm just saying. Like there would be times where, I would, out of necessity, no other reason, but out of necessity, that shirt would be coming off. When you got the goods, it would be done tastefully, right? Just when I'm. Probably not.
Yeah, when you're sitting here doing something.
There's a fun medievalist that shoots heavy longbows, makes lots of shots, everything. The guy is jacked. And so he goes shirtless most of his videos. And I can't fault him.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It will get clicks.
Yeah.
People. Because the thing is, too, guys appreciate him as well. They go, how do you do that? What exercises do you do? How hard do you do
I know.
work?
When I see that, I'm like, I gotta go to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, sure, the male gaze, someone might not like that, but it's also, I personally am all for more morality in the world.
Yes,
because I think
same.
a lot of people are very disgusting. You know who you are. But at the same time, I know that this movie is not going to be good because not only are you going to remove the male gaze, you're going to remove the core aspect of what made this character good.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's a red flag not only for what she's going to look like, but she's probably going to. What they're not saying is act differently. The story's probably going to suck. Like this is all
it's going to be
continuous red flags.
It's going to be hijacked to be a girl power, feminist wet dream story narrative, right? Where she will be killing men. And by the way, Red Sonja had this aspect of being the man killer and stuff like that, but it was done in a tongue-in-cheek way. And I haven't read heaps of the comics, but they understood the audience. They weren't making men out to be useless, because. Depending on the continuity, right, of Red Sonja, one of the continuity is that she will not get in a relationship with any man. So basically, she won't sleep with any man who cannot best her in combat. And so her goal is actually find a man who can beat her.
Yeah.
And she wants a strong man, stronger than her. And so it's actually leaning into the traditional feminine ideal that women want stronger men to look after them. And so Red Sonja has a bit of an issue because she's really tough.
Yeah.
And so And that's a surface layer understanding, and I think that the continuity has changed as well in other aspects. If you know the details, guys, share them in the comments below. I have a feeling that's not going to be around there anymore. They probably will make her a lesbian.
It's just funny too, because what's going to happen is this movie's going to come out, no one's going to go see it, and they're basically saying, you know, man, if you don't like this, then don't go watch it. And then after this movie's come out, they're going to say,
why aren't men watching it?
Because you said in your article.
Yeah. And even though, like, with Red Sonja, like, goes a bit too far for me in terms of the skimpiness and everything, I'm a very conservative, religious type of person, right? The audience is built around that, all right? And it's a disservice to the actual core audience of Red Sonja, okay, to take that away. You're going to lose their audience completely. And look, even though I'm conservative, I can understand the appeal, let's just say. And there is this cool aspect of the barbarian, the scantily clad barbarian. And so the barbarian trope is one of the only areas where, like, if I was to be fair and consistent, I don't consider Arnie to be scantily clad. And so, therefore, Red Sonja, that should be fair game, should it not? Okay. And so here the article says the upcoming Red Sonja film, led by Matilda Lars. I looked up Matilda, and she is miscast for it. Like, let's just show now. If you are familiar with Red Sonja look, she is handsome. To me, I think this is one of those things where they didn't want to hire someone who's just plain, right? But they didn't want to hire a knockout that Red Sonja is supposed to actually represent. And so they kind of are going with the middle ground where still, you know, they're pretty, right? But they're also look a bit more, I guess, average girl as well at the same time. And look, this isn't a Christmas for her. I'm sure she might be lovely. I don't know anything about her. She'll find, and beauty's in the eye beholder. You find someone you love, they become the most beautiful person in the world. And so... I'm not being, you know, that whole vanity type of thing. But in terms of depicting the character, what the character's supposed to be, I feel this is actually miscast. You know, the best actress who could, I could not think of a better casting for Red Sonja.
Who?
Sydney Sweeney.
That's funny. Because I thought about that too.
Without even saying,
I was like, who was the one person I know who could play this character?
And depicts Red Sonja's assets. But also, Red Sonja is a pale redhead, okay? And so when you're redhead, you usually have more pale skin. And this lady, you know, it's like Hollywood sometimes, I feel, gets stuck in this where it's like, we know the character's white, but we want diversity, but we can't make them...
We can't switch them back.
We can't switch it too much, so we'll just find someone who's directly in the grey area where I don't know if she is, is a tan or if she's black or not. It's in that grey middle area. And there's a couple of actresses that Hollywood seems to have latched onto. Do you know the freckle lady in Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
They also did this with Avienda in Wheel of Time, where they don't want to cast a pale white person, but they don't want to, be fully attacked where it's so overtly, clearly a race swap. So there's like, let's get that in between kind of range. And it feels like that.
Yeah. No, I think as well, Sydney Sweeney has a lot more push for stuff. People will go see her.
If they cast Sydney Sweeney in the role, the interest in this film would
skyrocket.
We're talking 100 times increase.
You would make
instantly. I'm saying it now.
You would make $1 billion from this film.
If they put Sydney Sweeney in the Red Sonja bikini, that is $1 million film guarantee.
Yep.
But they hate money. They just hate money. It's the DIY corruption and everything like that. Because Red Sonja, it's not hard to make a good film with the Red Sonja because people enjoy it. Let's just say the story isn't the main thing they're enjoying in Red Sonja.
Yeah.
It's a part of it. You want a good story. But I have a feeling that there are other things that might be attracting people's attention. Okay? And if you just did that, you could have made something really successful. Especially, seriously, Sydney Sweeney. All right? But no, so not only that, not only do I feel they're miscasting, they are going in the polar opposite direction. This is not something for the male gaze.
It's not something for men, and therefore it's for not women, because they don't like barbarian women.
Yeah. Like, has this been a female-interested franchise?
It's not really made for anyone now.
Yeah, so opting to shed the male gaze orientation of previous iterations in favour of a narrative of feminism. Now, I'm not sure if that's editorializing because it's not a quote, but this does really seem like a feminist push and perspective for this interpretation. This shift raises concerns about the authenticity of the adaptation's departure from the historical essence of Red Sonja as another franchise moves in a woke direction at the expense of fans. Yeah, like this is just a slap in the face to fans. No Red Sonja fan, actual Red Sonja fan, is going to give a stuff about this now. And just like you said, so they have alienated the core fan base, and the people they're trying to appeal to don't even care about this crap anyway. Like the whole woke crowd, they don't read comic books. Okay, so this is exactly that. This is, if I could not think of a more effective way to kill a project, make it dead on arrival, than what they're doing here, Red Sonja. Like, especially if I was a corruptive kind of mole that wanted to ruin a project but not make it look like I was actively trying to ruin it, this is exactly what I would do. So it's like, oh, gosh. All right, so, yes, traditionally Red Sonja has been depicted as a fierce and seductive warrior adorned in a scantily clad bikini armor, embodying the epitome of fantasy and adventure. However, Matilda Ludd's assertion that the film will subvert the original's male gaze trope suggests a significant departure from this established image. Yeah, just a bit. Now, you mentioned that it seems like this isn't just the only change. The change of this is going to change aspects of the backstory and stuff. Yeah, they're doing exactly that. So the article says, additionally, the film's decision to omit certain elements of Red Sonja's backstory, such as her experience of sexual assault, in one of the, canon iterations, timelines, everything, Red Sonja starts as being raped, I think. That's just too true. Like, it's the whole... They think people are just babies and they can't handle anything edgy or dark, right? Where Avatar, the cartoon, was more edgy than this adaptation.
Yeah, live action.
And it was a cartoon.
And I think it's also, as much as a heavy topic that is, it's important that we have media that can discuss it so that people who... We have discussions around it, where if you're just completely admitting it from everything, well, then it's like, well, people who have been victim of that don't have anything to kind of go off of.
Exactly.
They feel alone.
Okay, so they're omitting that. So ignoring and glossing over aspects of Red Sonja's story diminishes the complexity of her character and undermines the importance of addressing difficult issues within storytelling. That's exactly what you said, okay? And here's if you look up, classic Red Sonja, you're going to find a lot of images. She has a very clear and distinct look. So ultimately, while the upcoming Red Sonja film, and by the way, if you're interested in Fandom Pulse, they got a lot of good articles, and they're pretty fast on, breaking stuff, so shout out to Fandom Pulse, right? Ultimately, while the upcoming Red Sonja film may strive to offer a fresh take on it, people don't want a fresh take, because you know what it's for a modern audience, right? It's crucial to remain mindful of the legacy and heritage that have made her an enduring icon in popular culture. With so many Hollywood films going too far with the strong female lead trope, avoiding male gaze is about the most ridiculous concept possible, especially with Red Sonja, okay? And it shows, and Matilda Lutz, last name, shows a complete disconnect with the appeal of Red Sonja. Absolutely. Yes, we're avoiding the male gaze. Have you seen the character? This is ridiculous in the extreme. So, Red Sonja, the film or live action adaptation might be a series, dead on arrival. Do not give a crap now. You lost it. Remember, 0 tolerance. That's all it takes now. Look, there's been one or two occasional comments, right, of woke stuff, and it ends up being good, like House of the Dragon. And we do reviews here, and so when I say I will not be checking that, that's like my personal interest. There are a couple of things that we're always going to check out to review to let you guys know, okay? But Red Sonja might be one of those things. It kind of depends if people are interested in hearing about it, because there are some ones that I just, I can't be stuffed. And because when I say I'm getting, so 0 tolerance checked out on this, I really am. So I've been mentioning that maybe I might be trying to review The Damsel on Netflix. I haven't watched it because I don't want to watch it. It's just going to be feminist, girl power, feminist indulgent crap.
Yeah.
And I'm done with that. Don't care. Let it die in obscurity. And people don't need to be told or reviewed why it's bad. It's just we can see it from the face of it. But then there are, of course, a lot of the shows that you guys do want us to do more deep dives in it. We're always going to do those, so you don't. But still, it's getting to that, and that's the reaction we should have to send a message now. That's where we're at. And so, Red Sonja, dead on arrival. Let us know what you guys think, and we will keep an eye, see if anything changes. I don't know. The costume reveal will be the big thing.
Yes.
And already, I don't know. I can't see. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
Yep. Until then, stay on watch.